Welcome to the podcast this week. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for being here.
Kurt Geyer speaking.
Eric Common.
Doug Schmidt.
Austin Chandler.
And guest of the week, Mr. Joe Hartley from Mangy Dog TV. Thanks for being here, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you. You're going to get right into the mix here, the WCB crew. You're a very calm, demeanored guy, and I think you have to be for the type of hunts you do, because right away we hit the play button on your videos, as we have been liking to do lately, like play the videos, interview the guy, and right away me and Austin look at each other like, it's fucking badass.
It's just fucking crazy.
So first of all, getting into the mix, wherever you're listening, please give us a review, Spotify, iTunes, wherever, and then we're still doing the giveaway. If you want to go in there at the end of the review, say something nice or not so nice about Doug's mustache.
It better be nice.
And we'll pick a winner we'll do a couple swag packs. Maybe we'll do something else.
Maybe
We'll get Big Time to throw in some stuff as well. We appreciate you guys have already gave a review. Thank you for that. If you're already listening and have not given a review, just please help us. It helps more than you know.
Yeah.
Moving on to the show. Joe, who are you, man? Where are you from?
Yeah, from Kentucky, and we just like call coyotes and started working in with the dogs last year, and absolutely fell in love with it.
You just started last year with the dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I didn't know. I didn't realize that.
Oh, I mean, we took a Cash the Weem out for quite a few years, but he's not really a decoy dog. He's just a house
Well,
dog.
how long have you been, like, I know you don't only hunt coyotes. I know that's going to be the main focus is coyote hunting on this video, but how long have you been hunting? Like, when did you start hunting? When did you get into coyote hunting?
Yeah, I grew up, I don't remember not hunting at all.
Mm-hmm.
Small game, squirrels, deer, and pretty much my whole life. You know, I always liked coyotes, always was intrigued by them, wanted to hunt them, but just didn't have the means when I was in high school and stuff. Then, in the Army, it just kept on festering. I wanted to start coyote hunting. When I got out,
Thanks for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Got out, moved up into Kentucky, and just started dabbling with it a little bit. Ended up accidentally killing a coyote off some public land, and was like, man, we need to take this serious. Just kind of dove in.
Coyote hunting is one of those things that we should probably all do it as deer hunters, as turkey hunters, as small game hunters, especially
Absolutely.
like upland birds and stuff like that. But I just feel like we always talk about going, but we don't do it nearly as much as we should.
Because let's be honest, they're a problem.
They're a problem. There's other areas they're more of a problem. But I guess it's a question. Do you think they're a problem?
Not for me, because I like coyotes.
You like coyotes,
Yeah,
right?
like-
Most people don't have that attitude about them.
Right. So hot take on it is, you're a deer hunter. You want to save your fawns, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So when do you need to kill those coyotes?
Probably in the spring or in the fall or all the time, probably.
But most deer hunters are like, oh, well, I'm going to take the off season in the winter and kill these coyotes
Yeah.
because it's going to help the fawns.
Yeah, like right now, like
Yeah.
in February, March, April, maybe April, nobody really coyote hunts.
That's helping your deer. But if you're wanting to save your fawns, you need to coyote hunt when the fawns are on the ground. When those coyotes are raising pups,
Yeah,
when the fawns are a target.
yeah.
It's
a good point.
Summertime's off season too, so you guys need to start killing coyotes in the summer.
Is for hardcore coyote guys, do guys, bless you, Eric.
Whoa.
Jesus.
That was bad.
Jeez.
Came out of nowhere.
Just the angels share there up to the heavens. What the
Good thing came out of nowhere.
Demons are coming out of me.
Do most coyote guys, is it common to hunt them in the summer and in the spring, or is there like a controversial thing? Is there an in-season and off-season type thing for hardcore coyote guys? Because I know in Illinois it's 365 with about anything you want to shoot them with.
Depends on the people. Some guys will say you're ruining the sport.
Well, what does that mean?
Let's say you kill a wet female in April.
A wet female, so female with pups.
Right. So the pup mortality is obviously going to be probably 100%. So that's going to affect your fall crop. So some guys get really salty if they see dudes killing coyotes April, May, June.
Man, isn't it crazy to look at it from the other perspective?
It is, because I never thought about the other
I
perspective.
never thought I'd hear of a guy getting mad for killing a female to
With pups.
create more mortality.
We're coyote racists a little bit.
We are. We don't want them around.
It's weird, like from landowners' perspectives and like from deer hunters and stuff. You're like, well, let's just wipe them out.
Well, I don't.
Well, not.
I don't want them gone.
Not overall, but you don't care if you don't have a fall crop.
Right. And it doesn't feel like, from our perspective, from a mostly 99.9% deer hunter's perspective, you can just kill, and almost never put a dent in them from our perspective.
Yeah, and that's in the big view of that's how it is, because you got dispersal in the fall. So, like, if you kill every coyote off your farm, chances are in dispersal, new coyotes coming in.
You're going to have to break down that.
So I break down the year into like subseasons, and it affects how I hunt with sounds I use and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So in the spring through summer, it's like denning season. You've got these coyotes raising pups, and they're established around this denning site. And then in the fall, you've got dispersal, where the coyote pups are mature. They start to branch out. Some people call it family breakup.
Okay.
Dispersal. And then the winter is just winter time. And then you've got breeding season, where it's like the rut, but for coyotes.
And when's that time happen roughly?
That's people disagree on it. I've seen females in heat in January, like beginning of January. I've seen guys kill coyotes in March that look like they're about to birth. So if you look at the gestation period, when was that coyote bred? Mm-hmm. So you're looking at, most are probably in February, but I'd say some coyotes get bred in December.
Yeah, interesting.
That's nuts.
But it also makes sense, because when you talk about rut, generally we all know November being the rut, but technically the rut is when a deer sheds velvet. Like biologically, when you read on it, it's like, well, the rut's beginning, they're out of their velvet. It's like, well, it's not really. It is, but it isn't. Some deer probably get bred in mid-October, early October. I'm sure it happens. But it's all, we go the rut, like the majority is the rut. I'm sure you probably look at it the same way a little bit, but that's interesting. So I don't know, dude, I don't know anything about coyotes, man. So, and I don't either. And I think a lot of our listeners might be in the same boat. So if you feel like you need to explain something a step further, like, please do. I don't think anyone's going to be like, we know this already, because we don't.
Yeah. And just be like, hey, what do you mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna a lot. So like the coyote rut, never thought about it. I mean, I did a little bit.
That never even crossed my mind.
Right. So
I know there's a breeding season, and that's like a good time to hunt them when they're kind of on the move and looking for a female. And
yeah, they get really territorial.
Yeah.
At that time too. So we take the dogs back out in breeding season because of that.
So that's what you mean by when they disperse. Like when you kill dogs, when the breeding season comes back in, those dogs in the surrounding areas are going to kind of move in and fill in that void. If you've killed 5 dogs off your farm, the following year, there's going to be 3 or 4 new dogs come in and probably occupy that farm.
Right.
Yep. I think if there's ever an apocalypse, there's going to be cockroaches and coyotes, man. You just can't seem to get rid of them.
Oh, man, they're so neat. Like, you look at the most adaptable species in America, and you got your coyote that flourishes in downtown Chicago, the Southwest, everywhere. You've got coyotes, not only coyotes, but a healthy population of coyotes.
Mm-hmm. It's nuts. So have you read the Dan Flores book, Coyotes of America?
No, I'm illiterate.
Okay. Me, I am a little bit as well.
We can relate to that.
Mad respect, but hey, you're a damn good hunter. Okay, so that's interesting too, like the dispersal period, talking about the breeding period and all that. So what kind of calls are you doing during that time? And you said you bring the dogs in. If you can maybe explain both sides of that.
We're starting hunting in April. Sorry for people who don't like that. But,
yeah, right. I mean, I don't think you're going to have anybody listening that's going to gripe too much.
So April through into September, we're sticking to only coyote-based sounds. We're trying to trigger that aggressive response. So, howls, pup stress, and coyotes fights. Just to get those coyotes triggered into wanting to be protective and territorial. Mm-hmm. And they come in and they see the dogs, and they see the dogs as a threat to the den site.
Okay, so how does a coyote normally react to that? Like, and first of all, how do you train a dog? Yeah, we're watching it on the studio TV.
Can't stop looking away.
How do you train a dog to do this? Like, because first thing when I saw your videos and I saw them, well, I learned about you through Austin pointed you out, and I was like, and then I saw Huntworth shared your guys' videos. I'm like, oh man, we got to get this guy on. And then right away I hit you up, and you guys had just talked, which is kind of funny. But You know, I watch your videos. I'm like, how do you train a dog to lure out a coyote? That's insane. And we talked a little before the podcast. Immediately, I'm like, I don't know anything else until we get going. So maybe just kind of break that down too. If you're hunting them in April, you're making mostly coyote-based sounds, which I guess what you mean by that is you're making less distress type sounds.
I won't touch prey distress April through the end of summer. You can kill to them, but it's just not. I don't think it's as effective. You can call a coyote in June to rabbit distress. Chances are that coyote's going to come into pup distress. But that coyote that you call into pup distress might not come into rabbit distress.
Right.
So I don't see the reason in playing it. You know, some guys disagree. I'm not going to play it.
Right.
And plus, with the dogs on stand, I don't care if that coyote wants to come into a rabbit. I want that coyote to come in wanting to fight.
Come in hot, pretty much. So they see the dogs, and what's the typical reaction of a dog?
You know, the coyote sees the dog, and normally they lock onto it, and at that point, it's game over. You know, they're going to come in. We let the dogs know, and the dogs engage, and then...
What do you mean you let the dogs know?
So I've got them trained where if they don't see the coyote, I just say sick, sick. And
really?
They instantly know there's a coyote somewhere.
Oh.
And they'll find him.
Yeah, heads up. Rip just goes running out of the pocket as fast as he can, looking around for a coyote.
Which one's Rip?
The little guy that does the work.
The little guy
that does the work.
So break that down. Out of the pocket, you go. You see a coyote off in the distance through glass or whatever, and you say sick, and Rip's just like, all right, I'm getting out there. He just balls into the middle of
as
it.
fast as he can go.
What breed of dog is Rip?
He's half Idaho Shag, quarter Jag Terrier, and quarter Donovan Pinscher.
That one right there?
That one?
Yep, that's him.
Got set on.
He's a
He gets a little carried away. Sometimes he doesn't look before he runs. So like there'll be a coyote right here, and he just takes off that way.
Oh, really?
And you're like, homie, like, and then the coyote, they're 20 yards in front of us looking at the dog, just trying to figure out what he's doing.
He's running away out.
He's booking it the other way.
Oh, really? He's just ambitious.
That dog is a savage, ain't he?
I don't think there's anything more entertaining to watch, especially somebody that doesn't understand and know. Like I've watched videos, I don't know whose they were, but from years back, and to just watch these dogs interact with the coyotes and just the expressions you see on the coyote's face and the way they snarl at them and growl and yip. I mean, I couldn't imagine sitting down and watching that out in Mother Nature. It'd be
Well, and that
wild.
too, like, I don't care what kind of hunt you do. When you see a dog working, it's the most fascinating thing there is.
And the dog's like unfazed by it. Like,
Right. They don't give a shit.
They're having fun almost. Like, do you ever worry about your dog, like the safety for him? I mean, not you're on a rifle, but
Like originally, I was concerned about it, and then after seeing it and learning more of an understanding, those coyotes aren't trying to fight that dog. You almost couldn't pay most of the coyotes we see to stand up face to face with that dog.
really,
And then after seeing it happen a few times, he's completely capable of taking care of himself.
yeah.
So you think that coyotes are scared of your dog?
Yeah, they won't fight a dog almost
They're
ever.
just bluffing.
Like if a dog will actually like go toe to toe, a coyote won't fight.
Really?
If you watch them, like they only advance when he's coming back to us.
yeah.
They're not charging and trying to fight him.
So all the stories when you hear someone's like, "Yeah, my chocolate lab got attacked by a coyote," is that mostly bullshit? You think?
Man, it's off and on. Like I know guys have had dogs attacked, but the hams are tore up. Because that dog is trying to leave.
Got nipped on the way back.
He's not standing his ground. He's not trying to fight. Which like you have some aggressive coyotes that are straight up square up with a dog.
Yeah, because here we're watching your dog's sitting them run into the hills.
Where you going, boy?
Yeah, and it's
So do you train your dog to bring them
almost
to you or to chase them?
engage in their recall.
Okay.
Engage in
So,
the recall. Explain that.
Yeah, so he's trained to recall off the tone. So his collar can beep, shock, or vibrate. So when I want him to come back, I tone him. And it beeps, and he turns around and comes. And at this point, he knows the game, and I don't have to recall him very much. He just goes out there.
He knows what to do.
He knows if he brings that coyote back enough, I'm going to shoot it, and then he can chew on it.
Dude, it's so awesome, man. It's so badass.
That's his reward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Wow.
That is so badass.
So is there anything you look for, like on when to pull the trigger? Like, is there a certain number of times you let a coyote come back in before it's like, all right, the jig's almost up, I need to shoot this thing, or it just kind of situational?
Yeah, you can kind of tell, like, the coyotes will start to lose interest and kind of start drifting off.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like I'll have the call muted while they're working, so I can re-engage the coyote with the call.
Yep.
But eventually, they just start drifting off, and Rip's tired or just being a dog and not listening all the time, and he won't re-engage again. So it's like, we're gonna go ahead and get this coyote killed.
That's crazy because like 90% of the guys that I know like coyote are middle winter because their coat's a lot better, But like, I don't ever hear anyone hunt coyotes
with their dog
in the middle of summer.
Well, I mean,
or with a dog.
The fur market isn't much where I'm at to even worry about skinning the coyote. Anyways.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it is for everything now. Raccoons and coyotes used to be worth a little bit. Now there's like no money in it.
Yeah. That's why there's so many raccoons now too. Because no one
Can you hunt coyotes with dogs in every state, or is it like situational?
Man, I don't want to be quoted on it, but I'm sure the Northeast probably has some weird rules.
Right.
Because they do weird stuff sometimes.
Because I don't need that. I mean, I asked the question because in Iowa, I'd never heard of anyone hunting coyotes with a dog. So I don't know.
Well, to be honest, man, it's like I know guys that coyote hunt casually, like right now with the coyote competitions and stuff. But how many times do you run into a guy, even hardcore hunters? Like we know a lot of hardcore hunters. Look at that coyote, man. Wow. That's that one you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, we had to move across the road because I think we bumped that den putting the camera up.
Dude, this thing's black. But, it's... Sorry, we get distracted. We're watching the videos. That's how good his YouTube channel is. You guys got to go check it out.
I don't think we said the name of that either. Is it Mangy Dog TV, or where do they find you? Mangy Dog TV.
Yeah, just type that in on the YouTubes and subscribe on there and show him some love.
Watching for hours.
Also, he's a fellow Huntworth brother, so he's rocking Huntworth in these videos.
That looks like a freaking
husky
shepherd mix.
I would have shot and gambled on it and found out. I'm kidding.
When he came out, because like I had history with that coyote. We've got a video of me missing him like twice. And I was like that black coyote. And like I clicked my safety off, and Kylie, my wife's filming it. She's like, "Don't shoot that coyote yet. Let the dogs engage."
she's coaching you.
Yeah, she yells at me a lot.
It's kind of a family affair for you guys then, because you bring your son with you too. I see your son in a lot of these videos.
Yeah, almost every hunt it's us three.
It's that makes this even cooler, man. Look at that coyote coming back.
Oh, my son's 10, and I mean he's seen more coyotes closer doing cool stuff than a lot of adults have.
Dude, this is incredible stuff, man. Look at this.
Has he killed any yet?
Yeah. When we're not running the dogs in the fall, we put him on his 243.
Black coyote works the dogs. Coyote hunting with decoy dogs. You guys got to YouTube this and watch this video. It is bad fucking ass. Look at that dog.
So like they always use low spots, and so the wind's going that way, so they're going to pop up like over here
on the left.
Yeah, that's kind of one of.
Sits there.
I'm not an avid coyote hunter by any means, but that's one of the basics of coyote hunting for back here is you find a low spot where a dog's going to use the low spot to get to your wind, and then you basically plan on them coming directly downwind from you.
Yeah, they can get a low spot, man. Like they love just traveling them.
That's good. That's good coyote tips, man. So run us through complete process of like coyote hunting with a dog. Like I know we've kind of dabbled in and out, but I'm talking from when you sit down with your dogs. Just run us through the process. What are you doing 90% of the time?
Yeah. Do you want me to hit training first?
Anything, dude.
Yeah.
Take us through the process.
Yeah. So we got Rip when he was like 6-8 weeks old, and it's just the basic obedience and playing with him a whole lot, letting him be a puppy. And we started working with the like sit command just by like playing with him. We'd have something out there for him to go after, and then to get him to stop looking at us when we said it, because that happened on accident. I'd have Kylie like hide behind a tree with a piece of hide tied to a rope, so he'd have to search for something. And then we did gun work. We just like while he ate, we'd clap our hands, and then when he was good with that, we'd work to like hitting pans together and stuff like that. And really just keeping him in shape, playing with him a lot. When his big dog teeth came in, that's like, well, it's time to take you out. And we just started putting coyotes in front of him. He's engaged every single coyote. We had recall instilled at that point, and it's just showing them coyotes. That's as simple as it is. You get a genetically sound dog, and you show it coyotes.
I'll tell you right now, that dog does not fuck around.
He knows more about coyote body language than I will in my entire life.
Yeah.
He adjusts how much pressure he puts on coyotes based on how they act, so he doesn't run them off.
Yeah, some are more aggressive and less aggressive.
Like if it's an aggressive coyote, he's on them.
How many times of interacting with a coyote did it take him to learn that, do you think, roughly?
3.
3.
Dude,
Well, you know, they're speaking the same language for the most part.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you see it like when it's a real mean coyote, he's on them hard, and when it's not, you know, like if that coyote doesn't come back, he sits down and he waits like 30 seconds. If a coyote's not there, he goes back out just enough for that coyote to see him, and then he comes back and he waits.
he's
And he
luring
doesn't
him for the
know.
knockout. Is
Yeah,
what he's
and
doing.
he'll do that until you make him stop if that coyote leaves, because sometimes they won't work the dog, and so the dog's engaged and they just leave, and he will go back and forth all day until you make him leave.
God, that's fucking cool, dude.
Dude, it's nuts.
It's very cool.
Wild.
So, like, do you like? Is there like a scouting period? Like, do you go out and scout for coyotes?
No, I do, but I don't need to. I don't really. It's just like
You probably got people calling you left and right.
a lot of the farms I've hunted for a while,
Right.
and I know what's gonna probably hold a coyote. Or like you look at a map, sure, like, you know, there should be a coyote here.
Dude, that black one's badass.
Any good farm's gonna have a coyote on it at some point. You know, you can go.
Right.
Yeah,
walk
they're gonna
the
be there.
You can go walk the roads and look at tracks, but if you're gonna go to the farm and look at tracks, you might
Might as well try
take your
it.
call.
Yeah.
And hunt.
Right.
So just on a curiosity's sake, like down in Kentucky where you're at, what's the coyote density like down there? Like, what do you expect to see in a square mile for coyotes down there?
Absolutely no clue.
No clue.
I know I've got land in like Owen County where the density's not as good. I mean, if I'm hunting Owen County, I don't expect to see a coyote very often.
Yeah.
But if I'm hunting like Anderson County, where it's a lot more ag, you've got a lot more coyotes.
Yep. I'd be curious to know back here where we're at, what our density's like compared to where you're hunting, because I feel like we're just stacked.
I feel like and of course I don't know, but I feel like it's on the extreme side.
Yeah.
Anytime you've got ag, you know, it's perfect in every
Yeah.
aspect for your coyote.
Well, dude, I mean, the coyotes you talk about seeing Austin on that one farm you got, and I'm like, dude, we gotta get in there and knock
Yeah.
some dogs out. Like, I would love to have you come out with your dogs on that farm and just see what happens, man. Like,
we've got farms there, and then north of there, we've got a farm with like 3 hog barns on it. So there's composters. So every night there's coyotes in the composters just pulling dead
you.
pigs out.
Thank you.
So I think we'd have some fun between 3 or 4 of my farms. We'd get on some dogs.
I want to see the dog work, man.
Oh, there's nothing like it.
I still want you to break down the process. Like, as soon as you sit down, you're with your dogs. Just to get back on track.
We you know, we're walking, we're getting set up, do the final like wind check and stuff like that. And then let's say like in April when I start hunting again, I'll probably put out like a non-aggressive female lone howl, or maybe like young pup serenade, and I'll wait maybe 2 minutes. And the dogs will just kind of like be like running around getting excited in the field. And then I'll go into like a young pup distress, play that for 5 minutes. Super simple sequence. Pause it for 30 seconds. Play a more intense pup distress for 5 minutes. Pause it for 30 seconds, and end it with a fight. And at any one of those times, like coyotes come in, you know, I'm just gonna let the dogs engage, and then when I recall them, I see the coyote coming behind them, I'm gonna mute the call and let them do their thing.
And not trying to interrupt, but like these sequences that you do, is that just trial and error, or did like you have someone teach you that?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I learned it all, because you know, social media and other people and stuff you kind of see. But like, I know guys play rabbit in the summer. I don't, because I don't see a reason to. You know, I try to take the sounds I play and match them to what's going on that time of year.
Sure.
So spring, I'm playing younger pup distress sounds. Then in like June, July, I'm starting to amp up to like older pup distress sounds and stuff like that.
That makes sense, because you were not out there like full blown like buck roaring October 5th.
Yeah.
Same thing with turkey
same
calling.
thing.
You're not making kiki runs in the springtime like you hear that call more in the falls.
Yeah. And by the way, I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like you've once bullshit. You could, like, when Austin asked that deer or the coyote density, you're like, I ain't got a clue. It's like you're just straight up who you are, and I think I do really appreciate that.
Yeah,
You're just telling us what you know, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
But also, you fucking know a lot. I don't care what you say, because you're on here killing dogs, and it's badass footage. So you're a humble dude, man, and you're honest, and you're like very calm in demeanor. But I think to get the footage and to do what you do. Also, you know, you've experienced some shit. You know, you're a veteran, and thank you for
seen
that.
Some shit.
So
You've definitely seen some shit.
watching you work these dogs and keeping calm and staying patient right there, like, says a lot about the type of hunter you are. So it's cool, man.
Well, I want to put like a heart monitor on and just like see what
happens.
my heart
Dude,
does.
I bet you don't raise a beat.
Get one of these because when I shot a giraffe, my wife said I should have been legally dead.
Do you have like
Fucking heart rate.
Can you go back and get the stats on that?
Oh yeah,
Dude, you get that.
Oh, I don't
What
know
if
if
you
I
put
go
it on
back
the
that far,
dogs?
but I can pull it back.
What?
I should.
You put one on the dogs.
Man, I want to put like a GoPro on them.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
They make they make the mounts for them.
Yeah, I know. Heart rate would be wild too, just to see like what they're doing.
This is one of my favorite hunts here. I remember watching this when they come down this little chute.
This is the first hunt I watched of yours, man.
They get up close.
Yeah, you get to see my son scare one off with a BB gun too.
So this one
He shoots
is
in that.
coyotes try to run down our dog, coyote hunting with decoy dogs.
So random question: why this is going on? Do you hunt at night at all?
No.
No. All.
It's hardcore.
That is
What caliber are you shooting most times?
Well, first ask me why I don't hunt at night.
Hey,
Follow-up question.
So many questions.
Good question. Why don't you hunt at night?
I'm too poor.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Thermal game.
Or let's stir some stuff up. Let's try this answer again. Let's depend on which clip I want to cut for TikTok. Hey, why don't you hunt at night?
I don't need to.
Thank you.
God.
Perfect. Dude. Look at that dog getting after that. Oh my God.
they get it on this one.
Dude, so we got him a carpet mill to build up some muscle and speed.
Like a treadmill, but with carpet?
Yeah, but it's dog powered and carpet's flipped to make resistance.
Uh-huh.
Bro, he's got rockets on his feet now.
He's like my healer, man. That thing's got fucking wheels.
What's
on
the other
him.
dog's name?
Cash.
Cash.
He's the goofiest weem you've met in your entire
He's just
life.
hanging out.
And like after we
Hello.
shoot a coyote, like Rip will be on the neck. Cash goes for the nuts every time.
Hey, dude, they're right there. They're easy to eat.
The dogs just have a
Should've been
different
staying in there.
Rocky
demeanor,
Mountain
though.
oysters.
Dude.
Like you can see the demeanor between the two dogs is just totally
Yeah,
different.
you
kinda
can,
need
you
the
can
dog.
watch him like look over his shoulder, waiting to see that coyote come.
Yeah, he
behind him.
was too.
He knows it's coming back.
I never,
doesn't he?
you know, there's things you don't realize until like you watch it with you. You're like, look, did you see? Like, you're right there. Did you see what he just did? It's like, oh man, he did.
He sits and he waits.
Look at that
God.
shit, dude. This is the coolest thing, man.
I gotta
There's
see this
nothing
in
like
person.
this.
I gotta see it in person.
So do the coyotes think your dogs are coyotes?
No, they know it's a dog, but they perceive it as a threat to the den site and the
Okay.
territory, so they want to run the dog off.
Like,
Here
all
come
right,
them
here we go.
coyotes. They just come barreling
Pair
out.
of them just coming in.
He lays down
look at
too.
Rip.
Oh,
Look at
wow.
Rip. He's ready to go.
I don't know why he does that.
Oh, dude, that is badass.
Here we go.
God, if your videos don't explode
Dude, I
after this
bet you his
podcast,
heart rate is outrageous right now.
And I feel bad on the podcast too because we're talking about this
Yeah,
video
true.
that
I know.
nobody can see, but it's just so.
I said the name of the video. Just get on there and watch it
Yeah,
while we're
say it,
talking.
Say it again quick.
It's coyotes try to run down our dog, coyote hunting with decoy dogs on the YouTubes.
Do you know their barks that close are so loud?
I bet.
Oh, I bet they are.
You know how it is when you're walking on at the end of a bow hunt and you have a pack of them lined
Oh.
up 200 yards from you. It just makes the hair
Jumps out of
stand
your
up.
skin.
So you're seeing like look at us like that?
Yeah, like checking on you.
That's him wanting me to shoot.
Oh, it is.
Or him waiting for me to like tell him to go out. Because we argue a lot. I'll tell him to go out. And he's like,
How
"No,
far is that coyote right there?
15, 20 yards.
That's it.
So that call you're going to see is 15 yards, and it's going to get right on top
Look
of
at
it.
that. He is just pissed.
Oh man, you never seen emotion out of a coyote like this. This is badass.
Right now, Kylie's telling me not to shoot it because she doesn't have it on film good.
Dude, is this some of the best coyote footage ever laid down right now, or what?
I like to think.
Best I've ever seen.
It's got to be up there, right? Like the emotion
Oh,
of
here
these
it
dogs.
comes.
Where's this one coming
Is this
from?
another one?
Yeah. So you see his tail out like that?
Yeah.
That's the real aggressive one.
So did you let him go there, or did he just
Look
take
at him
off?
hackled up.
He got tired of it. So like, if I don't shoot him, they start to leave. He gets pissed off. And
Your
goes back
dog's
out.
like letting
Oh,
them come.
wow.
Your dog don't give a fuck, dude.
Oh,
He's just
my-
trotting.
Look at this dog. Look at that coyote, man.
He is so pissed.
He is mad.
Oh,
He's madder than shit.
look at his eyes.
God, that's awesome.
I want to hear the sound.
Oh man, here, hold on.
Oh, too late. He gone.
Rewind it just a little bit.
Hold on. Did I go too far? I love how calm your
Oh,
dog
here
is.
we go. Here we go.
God, that's creepy.
Knows exactly what to do too.
He's a badass man.
Look at that. Just like, all right, follow me, boys.
Come on. Come on.
He's just trotting.
Yeah, he's just trotting while these dogs are nipping at him.
He's pissed. Bye-bye.
I tried to watch this video with my dogs in the house.
Wouldn't
like
have
it?
They did not like it.
No, it doesn't go well when you
What are
do
you
that.
watching, a horror film?
What is that? Who's getting murdered?
So look, like this coyote's about to stop, and my son just shot his BB gun.
That's awesome. How cool, man.
Dude, that's so badass.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a badass dog,
Did you
man.
name him Rip after Yellowstone?
My wife named him, and yes.
Okay.
Hey, that's fitting, man. He's taking
Yeah.
them dogs to the train
You'll
station.
put a cowboy hat on that
Yeah,
dog.
he's a
He'll be the
cowboy hat
most famous
jacket.
dog ever.
That is cool, man. If sorry for everyone just listening, but I'm telling you, get on and watch this video. It's
You're
fucking
gonna shit
awesome.
yourself.
So, like,
So interesting.
when you start calling and you got your dogs just sitting with you, waiting for one to appear.
Yeah, so some guys like make them sit like right next to them. Some guys will let them like roam. I'll let him do his thing, man. You know, he's a dog.
Yeah.
He'll run around like sometimes he runs like a mile in the first 5 minutes, just like going through the field checking stuff out.
Yeah.
If he's zoned out, I just tell him back to me and tell him there's a coyote.
He's just ready to go again, ain't he?
Yeah. Oh well, we end up killing another one. So like these coyotes are running circles around us because at this point, when they get hard on the dogs like that, they don't care if they smell you half the time. So they're running around barking, and he's disappearing in these little hollers, like trying to get them re-engaged.
Even after a gunshot, they're coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Disintegrated that.
Dude, how cool, man. So what are you shooting there? What's your gun of choice?
That's a 22 Creed. Absolutely hammers coyotes.
What kind of gun is that? What brand?
So that's a custom built. It's on a 700 action. It's been blueprinted and all that fancy stuff. I don't know how to talk about with a MC3 stock and a proof research carbon barrel, and I'm running suppressed.
Wish we could do that in Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
nice.
Iowa boys can.
Good.
We live in the land of Chicago. You ever do you have a gun sponsor?
No.
You fucking need one, bro.
No shit, Sherlock.
Huntworth dived onto you too, so that's good. That's
Yeah.
smart.
No. I'm super happy that worked out.
I think that's honestly how I ran across you.
Yeah.
We were obviously both sponsored by Huntworth, and I was kind of scrolling through looking at things, and I saw the Mangy Dog TV and clicked on it. And I've always wanted to like sit down with a guy that has a dog that can work like that and watch
Look
him
at Rip
work.
just.
It'd be fun to watch.
No, he's like, it's wild when he's doing that. You can like hear the lungs expand
And
and
the coyote.
like all the necks cracking and popping.
You
That's
probably just let him do his thing, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, we're let him chew on him or play tug of war and do all that. You know, he worked hard for it. We're not going to take it away from him.
Yeah, it's his reward. That's what we did when I shot my mountain lion.
You let the dogs
Trey's
have their
dog.
minute.
He's like, just let the dogs have them. Pull the arrow out and let the dogs get at them. Just let them get their reward.
So what's like an average year for you? How many dogs you putting down in a year?
Man, I don't like count real hard. You know, everybody puts so much of an emphasis on like, oh, I killed more coyotes than you, or like I killed more coyotes than you, or this guy killed more coyotes because of this, and I would be able to if I did this or didn't have to do this. But I think we put around 50 in the truck.
Yeah.
Not counting, you know,
Daylight.
stuff that we didn't kill or stuff that didn't work for dogs.
Yeah.
stuff
Just getting
like that.
awesome footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, sometimes they don't work for dogs. Sometimes I can't shoot because it's just not the quality of video that we want to produce.
Yep.
Makes you want to buy a rifle for sure.
Hey, Chiboy just did.
I don't even own one.
Mine's a 300 Win Mag, though. It'll probably handle a little different than the 22 Mag. Hitting dirt in front of them and knocking them over. But I love it, dude. And I love how humble you are. You're just like, I don't count. I'm just doing it, you know?
Well, I mean, I get to do something with my family that I've got a huge passion for, you know, but at the end of the day, we're just calling coyotes.
It's so awesome that your family's involved with it too.
Yeah.
It's kind of out of necessity, really, because, like, I want to hunt a lot. But
Dude,
I
shout out to
also-
you, though, because a lot of guys just wouldn't go.
Yeah, but like I want to do this, and I want to be a good dad and a good husband. I can't do that if I'm always gone.
Right.
So let's just bring everybody together now. Like my wife loves to film hunts.
Hey, shout out to Huntworth because they're keeping your kids out there with you, especially on these cold weather hunts.
He misses this coyote, but that's my fault because I forgot the tripod, so he's shooting like 200 yards off sticks.
How old's your son here?
He was 9 in this video.
So awesome.
I mean, barely misses it, man.
Dude, I just love it though because like that's the most honest shit you could say is like, well, I want to hunt a lot and I want to be a good husband, and I could go, hey, daddy's going hunting again, or hey, yo, you're coming with me. We're gonna go have a family activity. Let's go,
100%,
and let's do this.
And if you like hunting light, I mean, the way you make it sound, you can do it year round.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, we're like he loves the deer hunt. He'll sit like he wants to all day hunt when we deer hunt.
Really?
You know, like he'll whisper all day, but like he's whispering. So
yeah,
pack snacks and he's good. But you know, for kids, like if we make a blank stand, 15 maybe 20 minutes. And you're up going somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not making these kids sit there for 6 hours.
Lots of action, lots of moving.
It's a good way to like get them into it, man. You know, it's like, it makes me think too. It's like, I think when Isla Mae gets, you know, she's a couple years off from going turkey hunting, you know, I think, you know, that's a good thing to get her going. You only hunt, the weather's good, they interact. Kind of the same thing here. If you got good gear, you can go even in the snow like this and in the summer and call. Get them out there, and if nothing happens, get up and go to the next one. Like it's a good way to get people moving.
Keep it moving.
Yeah,
dude, look at how. So he's sitting to the right of me. The camera's to the left of me. So like, think about how close this miss is.
Is that a brick wall?
Those are like the old fences, just rock walls. Oh
yeah.
Wow. Someone built that with their hand.
Oh, it was right next to him.
It's like, huh?
Dude, what the fuck was that?
So this was a dad moment. I took the gun away.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, this coyote's gotta die.
It's time.
You'll get the next one.
So cool, man.
Dad moment. I took the gun.
I mean, I asked. I was like, hey, can I take that and kill this coyote?
Boom.
He was like, yeah, go ahead.
What's your range on that gun?
That shot was like 250, I think.
Dang.
That's a $175 break open 243.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's what he shoots. It's got a $650 scope on it and a suppressor.
Damn.
My favorite round of all time is the 243.
It is, really?
It's the old man round. I love it.
The old man round. What do you mean by
Hammer,
that?
man. Hammer's deer, hammer's coyote.
Been around
Yeah,
forever.
it's the round your grandpa used to use.
Oh.
Everybody's used that round. The ballistics on it are impressive.
And unlike the 30-30, it actually kills stuff.
Right.
Oh, this one's coming.
I'm getting new to the rifle game.
They come across the pond.
I shoot a little 55 grain ballistic silver tip that shoots 3,950 feet a second. Like it's shooting as fast as a 22 250 with a 35 grain bullet. It's slinging lead.
Well, that 22 Creed. I'm shooting 80 grains, going 3,300 feet a second.
Yeah, that's cooking for a bullet that big.
And I could speed it up, but it's just perfect where it's at.
With them carbon barrels, I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to guns. Can you burn out a carbon barrel?
Yeah.
You can? Is there like an allowance? Like are you good for 800 shots? Or
I don't know exactly what the barrel life will be on my rifle, but I probably won't ever burn it out. You know?
Oh, really?
I'm not shooting competition with it.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, if I kill, let's say I shoot at 50 coyotes in a year, that means I shot that gun maybe 60 times.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, you know, we do have our own firearm podcast now called Victory Drive, hosted by Jacob Johnson, and we need to get you on there eventually too. But you know, I'm kind of tapping into that, but I'm so dumb when it comes to ballistics and guns. It's interesting to me, and I am starting to dabble more. You know, I just bought a 300 Win Mag. I just wanted like a big gun that I could just use for fucking everything and then some. So
You've got enough gun.
I bought that, and that's what I got. I do have a 22 250. I've had that for a while, so I got 2 rifles, and well, I guess I have a Ruger 1022, but I don't really count that.
The only
as
one
like,
I have is a 30-30.
That's awesome though.
Sorry for my last comment.
No, it's fine.
No offense taken.
It's cool, an old lever action gun. I'm like, shit, I'll buy it.
So every time if someone's like, all right, dear Mangy Dog TV, I'm looking to buy a coyote gun. What would you recommend and why?
Well, first, no one's ever said that.
But somebody's gonna after this.
Hypothetically, let's say they do. If you're going for a rifle off the shelf, man, you can't beat a 22 250.
Okay.
You know, it's more than proven itself.
Right. I've heard that a lot. What about like is a 6.5 Creedmoor? That seems like every gun's a 6.5 Creedmoor now on the show.
It'll kill a coyote, but the thing about 6.5 is like everybody fell in love with the ballistics coefficient when most people don't shoot far enough to worry about the ballistics coefficient. And even if they do shoot that far, they can't actually shoot that far.
Right. Yeah, ethically and skill wise, yeah.
Like it'll kill a coyote, sure, but like even before the dogs, 90% of our shots are under 100 yards.
Yeah.
You know, like
how you push your son down and you're just
eating snow.
And you're just calm.
I deal with him a lot.
It's awesome, dude. I love it. I think it's fucking killer. I want to watch these dogs work, man, in person. I'll shit myself. I want to. Cool. We got to get revenge on them coyotes, man. Did you hear? So I'm sorry to always bring this up, Austin.
It seems to get brought up a lot, but this is an appropriate time to bring it up, I think.
So we're bringing it up again. WCB listeners are either they're like, all right, they're bringing it up again. But do you know about the coyote debacle with us?
I don't.
So Austin's got a bone to pick. Couple.
Yeah, I've lost several bucks to coyotes on my farms, and one of them was the biggest bow deer that I've ever killed. It was 2 falls ago.
Yeah.
Ended up making a good shot on this deer, but he was
the buck out here. It's here.
The replica. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he was far enough away. I just couldn't tell where I hit him. Let him go overnight, come back in the next morning, and he's just a skeleton. I mean, the coyotes chewed his nose off, chewed his ear off. He was just a total skeleton. There was no meat left on him.
Or guts, right?
Yeah, it was just gone. So after that, I kind of vowed to take revenge on the coyotes around my farm. So I've shot a few here and there. I've got some buddies that hunt with me, a couple guys that want to trap this summer, but there's plenty of dogs to go around. Like I get pictures of coyotes every other day on my trail cameras in there. So it'd be cool if you got the time this summer and you want to come back and get on some dogs. We'll go in there and we'll have some fun.
Yeah. You guys have like crop ground or what is it? Okay.
But on that farm, it's timber and pasture. Okay. So there will be dogs on that farm this summer for sure. Yeah. But like I said, between that and the composters and I mean, yeah, we got some options.
Put them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down for a road trip.
Yep.
Be fun. We got your housing. We got that covered. We'll feed you.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything crazy like Austin. I just had a coyote steal my trail camera.
Right. That's just enough. But you know, like to be clear, you know, and I think 98% of the listeners are probably, I would say agree with us, but maybe I'm wrong. We don't want coyotes to disappear.
Right. I mean, they're needed in the ecosystem.
For sure.
For sure needed.
But everybody wants less coyotes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like you said, if you shoot 20 of them, you're going to have 15 of them come back into that farm the next year.
Yeah, but that's why year-round management comes into play. You know, everybody talks about predator management, but most people's predator management is January and February.
Yep.
That's not even close to year.
Get out there in April.
You know? Like I understand, like I like to hunt dispersal too. And you guys are deer hunting, you're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you still got your summer.
Yeah.
And if you're laying them down in the summer, that means you're going to not have a ton of resident coyotes on your farm through your whole deer season.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're still going to have coyotes. You're going to have your transient coyotes, stuff like that. But you're not going to have that thick population of like coyotes living on your farm.
I gotcha.
Dude.
So, have you ever gone at night with thermals and stuff?
Yeah, I've killed coyotes out west and in Kentucky with night vision and thermal.
Mm-hmm. You just prefer daylight?
Yeah.
Stuff?
You know, one, like I said, just to like get the money to spend on the equipment to produce the video quality I would want isn't there. And I like to daytime hunt.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're a turkey hunter, you like to work birds and like watch them and judge like how you're calling or whatever off that bird. You do the same thing in the daytime when you're calling coyotes.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you lose a lot of those aspects at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I get where you're coming from. And, you know,
like,
I get it.
I think my wife's pretty, so like at night I want to be at home with my wife. You know,
my guy,
Touche.
My guy,
So,
efficient is what you are.
Well said.
might be my weakness.
Hey,
I think a lot of it too, like a lot of guys around us, it's just a big swinging dick competition. Who's got the best thermal or the most expensive thermal?
It's trendy right now. Everybody you talk to has got a thermal and they're out coyote hunting.
Well, that's what, you know, it's turned into this huge battle with like, oh, well, I hate night hunters, or like, I hate daytime hunters, or you only night hunt because you can't kill coyotes.
Hey,
Man, you know what's funny? I don't see any of these arguments.
I don't either.
Ever. But it's an internal coyote hunter thing.
And it's like overall, who cares?
Right.
You know, like
for us, it's just kill the damn dogs.
Yeah, it's like I'm not making fun of you because you don't use dogs. Like, I mean, I might get made fun because I use dogs sometimes.
Do you? Do you get shit for
I
it?
don't know. I mean, I'm sure some people do. They just don't tell me about it.
Yeah, they ain't gonna say shit to your face.
You know, like I know a guy that like hunted I'm trying to like be vague. Hunted a competition and won it.
You don't have to be vague.
And I don't like to start trouble. And he didn't use his dogs, you know. But since he has dogs, people are like, well, that's not fair because he used his dogs. It's like, first of all, I would never hunt a competition with my dogs because my dogs scare coyotes away sometimes.
Oh.
You know, like throughout the year, I might kill more because of the dogs.
I got you.
It's easier to close doubles out because you shoot one coyote, and as the other one's leaving, it turns around, and its homeboy's getting ripped up by a dog. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, I'm going to go back. But when you're hunting a competition, man, like you can't chance on having your dogs run coyotes off.
I got you.
But like using excuses and stuff, so you just didn't call as many coyotes as this kid did. Mm-hmm. That's why he won.
So can you not use dogs in coyote competitions?
It's all about the rules. You know, like each competition has its own set of rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Could be different.
But yeah,
to me, it's like it's a feather in your hat. Like just get the dogs killed.
Hey, it's using your resources.
It's using your resources, brother.
Yeah, if they can use
Rule
thermals,
number
why
one.
can't I use
I'm
my
number
dog?
one.
Did you hear that?
You hear that?
you know, people get weird about it, man. Like daytime, nighttime, lights, thermals, night vision.
I'm telling you right now, this weather right here has got me fucking
Easy.
For what? Turkeys?
no for coyotes.
Oh,
You got
okay.
Because everyone can hunt it when it's real cold out. I'm like, if it's nice out, I'll go.
If I
hunt all
had
day
dogs
long.
that work like that and you could see the coyote respond to the dog, I'd never waste a coyote at night again, I don't think, because I just want to see it all unfold in the daylight. I mean, that's just too cool.
I totally 100% get your perspective on it. Because watching this, dude, look at that. Your dog is a bad motherfucker. He's just from the streets.
Have you seen this one yet?
No, I haven't
Oh,
watched this
he
one.
gets bit pretty solid on this one.
Has any of your dogs got like fucked up from a coyote?
So he gets bit pretty good on this. Gets shook a second. And this was like the first time he's ever been bit.
So we're watching the goddamn thing. Getting bit. Coyote hunting with decoy dogs.
You know, like a lot of the bites, it's like they're not like grabbing them with like their canine teeth. It's like the front teeth type nip.
Little
They're
razor
nipping.
ones.
Like, yeah, like it breaks skin, but it's not like super bad.
My healer would kind of do that.
Pinch ya.
He's kind of nipping
Yeah.
at you.
Like we drove to Kansas, you know, he was in the box for 8 hours. Pull him out of the box within 5 minutes, he's getting bit right above the nutsack.
Oh,
And he was like, whoa, man, like you need to shoot these coyotes. Like that's,
Yeah.
these
What are we
Kansas
doing here?
dogs are gay.
but I made like the angle was off. He was quartering towards me. I shot a little back and Rip grabbed him, man, while he was on the spin cycle. And that coyote just latches onto his jaw and starts shaking him.
Oh, this dog
we
right
missed
here?
it?
This one.
God.
Beelining for
Dude, look how hard he's going.
Rip is a motherfucker, man.
Just
Where are you
barreling.
going?
Dude, no hesitation.
No fucks given.
just pissed.
No, he's been like that since day one, like first coyote he ever saw.
Just personality, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna grab
you
that
better
dog.
breed that dog.
Dude, this is fucking badass, man.
He's like, where you at?
I feel like your other dog's just kind of like dur.
Oh, he's a goofball.
It's kind of funny, though. They're kind of
it's
like
hilarious.
dynamic duo. This dog's
Here he
pissed, huh?
comes.
He's like, I ain't fucking with
That's
Rip.
just wild to me how they come back. Like after you shoot, then you just wait long enough.
Like you said, you know, it's like he sees his homie getting tore up.
Yeah.
So like if you're wanting to kill the doubles when you're dogging, shoot the female first every time.
Oh,
And like those males are just turning.
look at
to
this
come
dog
back.
is mad.
Can you tell a difference?
Oh yeah, when they're 20 yards in front of you for 5 minutes, you just kind of piece it together. So
Okay,
like,
so
you know,
this
the
dog-
male a lot of times is bigger.
What's this dog doing right now? Break down. He's just pissed. He's
Yeah,
just- oh, okay.
Bam.
Oh, he gets his face.
He just ran into him when he was still alive. That's awesome.
But that didn't
Don't even
phase him
care.
at all, though.
No, so that's when he learned that if he's gonna get on a coyote like that, go around to the back of the neck and jump over. And you'll see him do it a lot, like they're still alive. He won't jump into their teeth, which I appreciate because that saves me vet bills. He swindles around the side.
Yeah. Man, he just like bulldogged him just right into him.
Yo, you better have an insurance policy on that dog.
But that coyote's I call it posturing. It's when they arch their back and put their head down low and open their mouth.
It's like a cat.
Damn, he did. He just went in on him on the wrong spin, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry to replay it. I just wanted to watch it again.
He just rushes him.
But dude, he just rolled that dog and just ended up. So what do you have? His lip or something?
Yeah, it was just like his little jowl.
Oh, did it rip him up bad?
No, like it swelled up a little bit. I tried to open his mouth to look at it, and he nipped at me. So I was like, "You're good.
You're fine."
Yeah, I mean, he's not a lab. Like, he doesn't have the temperament. Like, he's a good dog, but...
Well, remember when I called you and I talked to you on the phone? I was like, hey, man, if you want to bring your dog, like, by all means. You're like, I'm not bringing my dog, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's just not... Like, he loves people, but he doesn't want to be the center of attention of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know? And you just have to respect it.
Dude, watching this dog do his thing, you can respect that. It's just like, yeah, he's not to hang out in the studio while daddy's in here talking. He wants to go out and... Dude, that's an animal right there.
You know, I'm not going to lie. Like, he lives in the house with us, and, like, he's... Because of, like, the stock that he is and how intense he is, he's almost 2, so he's at that, like, age. Like, he's got a couple issues that we got to work out when I get home.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're getting sorted out.
We'll get him sorted out and kick his ass.
Some dogs just have, I mean, every dog has a different personality. Like, my
That
healer...
dog in him.
Yeah, my healer, he's a one-person dog. Like...
Yeah.
He's good around my family, but other like grown adults, he's fine. But around kids, you're kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, like, it's cool to have dogs. You just have to have an understanding of the dog.
Yep.
For sure.
100%.
So we kind of talked before the podcast, man. We were BSing at the bar right here, and it's like, you know, I was getting shit at the Iowa show. I get shit at every show. Kurt, you got a dog? No, I don't have a dog. If I had a dog, I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm out of town. What would my dog be doing? He's in a kennel at home. You know what I mean? Like pissing on himself.
You got to have a good babysitter.
Yeah, and I'm not doing not right now. I will have a dog, but not right now.
Man, into the work, you know, like Rip, like we hunt a lot, and we're not hunting like we're trapping. For like in January, and
Trapping coyotes.
a little bit. Like I got some farms I don't like consistently kill coyotes on. They're close to the house, so we're trapping mainly to expose my son to it. You know, because I think it's cool. Like you're getting a coyote to step on a 1-inch square out of the entire country.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And Rip likes to fight coons, so it's like we're not hunting right now. So like,
he likes to fight.
let you fight coon once in a while. But you know,
Dude,
like
turkey hunters will thank you for that.
we got like the carpet mill. Like we're constantly working this dog, and it's a disservice to have a dog like that and not hunt it, and not only not hunt it, but not let him work. Like he loves his carpet. He'll make you take him to the carpet mill, and he will run.
What is the car? Like, explain that whole thing.
It's like a dog powered treadmill, but what they run on is carpet that's flipped, so the friction's built on the carpet and the rollers. You see it with a lot of guys that like train game bred like American Pit Bull Terriers and stuff like that, because it doesn't build your endurance as much as it builds like your back end and your muscles.
Okay.
But I mean, like he loves it. You know, like he just loves to work.
He's a working dog.
This is when he gets bit on the nuts. When it was like 8 hours in the dog box out of a truck, coyote bites your nuts.
So when you were
Okay, this is nut biters, coyote hunting with decoy dogs.
It's weird how the names like match up.
It's
right?
funny. It's funny how it's like you titled them
Perfect.
like what they should be.
So when you were looking for a dog, did you choose that breed, or was it just kind of like?
There's a guy in Idaho. His name's Seth Simpson, and I found him on Instagram, I think, a while back. And I saw a decoy in like when I was in high school.
Sure.
You know, way longer ago than what I wish it was. But I was like, man, like at this point, I've never seen a coyote in the wild. You know, but I'm like, this is awesome. And then like as like I got into it more, one day I was like, we're gonna start decoying. But then it's like, what dog do I get? You know? So like these coyotes are howling, and he's looking for them. He sees them.
Found him.
Goodbye. So like Seth has like what I think are the best dogs in the country, like absolutely just dynamite dogs. And I was about to get one, and COVID happened, and work was like, because I was gonna fly to Idaho and like hang out with Seth and get this dog and come back. Work was like, oh yeah, if you fly to Idaho, like you have to quarantine for 2 weeks without pay.
All right, go to Idaho.
Yeah, you know, like revert back to like I have bills to pay.
Yeah.
So
Oh, is
like-
this where he gets bit right here?
Yeah. He already got bit. That's why he came back. It's kind of like tall grass there, but like you can see him like get on him.
Yeah.
So then like after COVID went away, I was talking to Kylie, and I was like, man, Seth had this female, is 100% shag. She's just a monster. And I was like, if he has a litter out of this dog, I want one. Mm-hmm. I texted Seth. You gotta understand, like dudes like this, like they have 1,000 people a year talk about wanting a dog.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
You know, and
probably not many people follow through by getting a dog. Yeah.
So like I texted Seth and I was like, what litters do you have? And he was like, this dog just had a litter. And I was like, I want one. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
We're getting this dog. And like, I don't know how we're getting it. I don't know how it's going to make its way to Kentucky, but we're getting this dog. Mm-hmm. And Kylie picked the dog out of the litter and named it. And then it got on an airplane and flew to Indianapolis, and we drove up and picked it up.
So he put the dog on the plane and flew it to you.
Yeah. I looked at hauling dogs and everything. Dude, it's so much cheaper to fly it like cargo.
They pretty much buy a ticket by.
Yeah, it's done by weight. I think it was like, so you do like a vet check. If it's under 8 weeks old, you don't have to have rabies yet. You get an airline approved kennel, like all the rules of that.
Yeah.
And I think the ticket for the dog was like $350.
Really?
Yeah, and you go like a cargo hub and pick the dog up.
Weird
That's a hell
background
of a lot better
story.
than driving out there.
Weird background story, but my boss in high school raised goats, and he'd ship goats all over the U.S. It's fucking weird. Dude, people love, like...
People do love goats.
Yeah.
All right.
He'd go do, like, grand championship at the fair and stuff, and then he'd sell them online.
Kind of fucking redneckeries happening all over this country right now under our
He'd
noses.
put it in a fucking dog kennel, just like you're saying, take it to the airport and drop it off, buy
You're
the
on a plane,
ticket.
you're nervous. There's a whole bunch of goats underneath you in the
There's a
cargo
fucking
area.
goat, or- you need
You're
to know
flying
it.
at 35,000 feet and you hear, meh.
Like, Jesus.
What the fuck was
There's
that?
a terrorist on the plane.
Fucking weird.
There's a terrorist.
Yeah, I was looking at like dog haulers, man.
I don't think that was racist, was it?
No,
I didn't.
You're flirting with it.
I think you're good.
It was
You're flirting with it.
unintentional. If so, cancel me.
These
Fuck
guys
you.
were wanting like $1,000 to haul a dog,
Really?
like minimum.
to drive it.
Yeah, like
yeah.
bare minimum $1,000. And I was like, dude, no.
That's a haul. Yeah, that's a lot. But you know, I get it. So what was it like? You're like, I ordered this dog
Sight unseen.
sight unseen.
Yeah, I mean, he
could be
sent-
an ass.
Sent me pictures and stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like
I knew-
dogs, man, you could get an asshole dog.
Yeah, and I mean, we might have a little bit,
It's just a little poop.
But it's working out.
but it's like, look, like some people I don't trust no matter what they say,
Yeah,
and some people when they say something, I'm like, I'll take that straight to the bank.
for sure.
And Seth was like, I can guarantee if his dog work a coyote, like he will engage every coyote you show him. And I was like,
He just knows the parents and the genetic and all that. Yeah,
I was like, so Rip's dad is half Donovan Pinscher and half Jag Terrier, and he's owned by an outfitter, and he's killed wounded black bears. And in line season, he goes back to Seth because this dog is too gritty to line hunt because he'll fight a lion on the ground and get killed.
oh,
So like that's the dad, and the mom is like the most intense shag that Seth has had. And
he
it's like,
won't lion hunt the dog because he knows it'll fight a lion and then get killed.
yes,
Yeah, that's
and it kills wounded black bears.
it's the dog right there. He's
You
got
know?
that dog in him.
So it's like when this dude's like he's gonna engage every coyote you show him. I'm like, okay, we're sorted out. Like if he's an asshole later.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
If I'm getting a dog to engage coyotes, I want a dog that's gonna engage coyotes.
Right.
If he's a little quirky in the house, we can work on that.
Right.
I love that that's your primary and your secondary. I just like the commitment to the game. is
Well, I
that-
have a dog that's cool in the house but won't work a coyote. I don't need another one.
right. Yeah, you need a challenge.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. I mean, it's guys like you that really you need to have the personality to have a dog like that because
So it sounds like Seth is the guy like you found and kind of look up to.
Yeah, like for dogs, man, Seth is like for his age. He's just like you meet someone that knows more than they should for their age. That's like Seth with dogs.
Trey Heiner's that way, dude.
Yep.
You know, it's like everybody wants to talk about Rip. Like, I can't take any credit for Rip. All I've done is show him coyotes. Like, his breeding is what
Yeah.
made
It's
Rip
just
what
in him.
Rip is.
But it's a lot of work to show a dog coyotes like the way you've done it. Though,
You know,
man.
like,
Don't discredit yourself.
This is the first actual, like, double he worked ever. Like, first coyotes that ever worked almost.
Really?
Yeah. And we were still working stuff out. Like, I didn't know what to do in some spots. Like,
So did you have the other one before Rip?
yeah. Okay. That's I had a buddy that had a litter of Weems and offered me a good deal, and I just always wanted a Weem. And I was like, I have a Weem now. Let's see if we can engage coyotes. Short answer is no.
They're cool dogs.
I don't even know what it is.
A Weimaraner.
Yeah.
Weimaraner.
He'll go out with Rip now
He had a
on like
blue one.
the initial chase, and he'll blood track a coyote with the best of them.
Oh,
But if that coyote's alive looking at him, he wants no part of it. Like he loves to hunt, and like he will smell him before he come in the field and let you know. But don't ask him to go out and engage it.
He
Yeah,
won't
he
engage
just likes
with
being
them.
out there.
Yeah.
he looks like he's just having a good time with his boy.
So like this is me being dumb here. Like these coyotes are right here. If they see Rip's a pup chewing on a bone like a dead cow.
yeah.
And I don't know what to do. I'm just like,
The other dog's just yelling at Rip, get him, get him, get him, Rip.
yeah. So I ended up shooting the
don't,
first
now.
one without Rip even knowing it, and he catches a female leaving and
He is playing the bonus.
engages it and brings it back.
Oh, cool.
I
That's
gotcha.
got to be exhilarating. The first
I can
time it
see
happens.
why you named him Rip now. It's fitting.
Yeah, this is cool with like breeding season coyotes. Like see how they rub up against each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that's wild.
Wow, that's cool.
Get him.
Bam.
Dead.
And you see like this little like fur rocket just take off in a second.
Have you ever shot two with one bullet?
No, I tried on my most recent video, but I had a misfire.
Oh, that's how.
Like you can hear it. Like I wait for him to like cross. I'm like click.
Damn. Time to get a new gun.
I got like a batch of bad primers at one point.
There he goes.
God, Rip is getting it.
Dude, Kylie posted like a TikTok of him.
I bet you
Like-
TikTok loves your videos.
Dude, I haven't had any taken down.
Really?
I edited them too well. Like that last TikTok,
You're
I'll
aware you had a heads up on it.
I'll take him, like I'll edit to where he's not shaking the coyote, he's just carrying it.
Oh, found this
Dog
stuffed
carrying-
animal.
Yeah, sleeping coyote.
Rip found a stuffed animal in the woods.
He's sick and he's taking him to the hospital.
Yeah, he's carried him to the vet.
One of the most recent hunts where he's been working on that carpet mill, we got a clip where he outruns the coyote.
Oh, dude, I
Like
believe
the coyote's running it, and he's running alongside it and like tries to bite it. He doesn't try to hawk it. He tries to run up and bite its neck while they're running.
trying to just get it and roll him over. Dude, this is fucking fascinating, man. It's. I want to see this happen in person. We got to make this
So
a
you're,
thing.
so you're saying a beagle won't work?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying take it and see.
You got to find a mad beagle.
Beagle getting carried off.
know,
It's
I mean,
a fat beagle.
I saw a guy using like 2 running walkers. Like who would think a walker would actually decoy? Not
Like a
just,
coonhound?
Yeah.
There's a walker, yeah.
but not like just chase. Like these were decoying coyotes.
really?
I was like, dude, those crosses? He's like, no.
Are there a lot of guys into this game, like this decoying with dogs?
Not really, man. So like in Kentucky, you got me, you got a couple guys in Western Kentucky, and then out west it's a lot more prevalent.
Who do you look up to? Like, who's your idol?
Man, gosh. In what sense?
Like, who are you watching? You're like, damn, he's like, like we look at Mark Drury and some of them guys like, damn, that dude's a giant killer. He's been in the game. He's proven. He's just a good dude. Like,
Man, I think for overall coyotes it'd be John Collins.
okay. Yeah. Fox Pro.
Yeah, like John was there when like I killed my first coyote that I took serious. Like I didn't even know who John was. I mean, this dude was on Facebook.
Dude, you want to hear a fucked up
He
story?
was like, "Good job, man."
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Who the fuck's this guy?"
We were going to do a podcast with John at ATA and Fox Pro, and he had a meeting run long, and we had a meeting run long, and we missed it. And it's just like, and that's like one of them podcasts. We have not been able to get one done. So I actually got to touch base with them, hoping like to catch them sometime this spring coming through, because I want to do one in studio like this.
Yeah.
And just we fucked up. I fucked up.
I'm
Yeah,
just
but-
curious to know like the number of guys in it, because locally, like in the Midwest, I don't know of anybody. I'm sure there are guys doing it, but I don't know who they are.
Dude, I know John Collins. I know Predator Quest. I know Fred Eichler had a signature series, Rock River Arms. It says Rock River Arms is right here. Rock River Arms AR through, Fred Eichler deal. And that's like the top Predator guys I know about, really.
Yeah, there's a like Oklahoma and stuff for some guys. I think most of them are out west.
Just because wide open.
I don't know. I think they've had a lot of coyotes for longer than we have.
There's a lot of coyotes in Mexico, man.
Kansas. Jeff is like one of the OGs for.
What's the guy from Predator Quest? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, some of his bad names.
The tall guy, I remember him.
He did the Nebraska show.
There are listeners like howling right now that we don't know his name.
Someone is overly mad right now.
yeah.
I want to say Randy Anderson.
I know that name. Yeah, I know Randy Anderson. That's not the guy's name that I'm thinking of though with Predator Quest.
But yeah, John Collins, man. He just an OG for like me with
Les
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like that's probably one of the, besides Fox Pro, Predator Quest is like one of the
well-known ones.
Yeah, one of the, like the longer ones. He's got a podcast, Les's podcast.
Let's see. So like John for overall like coyote hunting for sure. And we became good friends, which is super cool. And I think for like the overall dog work, just because of knowledge, would be Seth. You know, like if I'm going to ask someone a question about a dog, I'm calling Seth.
Okay. Career best, 16 coyotes in one day.
Have you beat that?
Where the hell is he hunting? Austin's farm?
Yeah, my farm.
I would like to take a couple like good days and actually hunt like sun up, sundown.
Like a
See what
Just see what you could
weekend
do.
and
Yeah,
see a
because there's some days that like when you're hunting, it's just like you can't keep the coyotes from like not coming in and dying.
I've never had that experience.
Every time you turn a call on, you're just like, oh, there's another coyote.
Really?
Like so one day I had a day like that. I was hunting a 1,000-acre farm. And I do what's called like hunting through the farm, where basically I overcall the farm and make everybody else in the country that calls coyotes mad at me because you're educating coyotes. But so I'll start on one corner and I'll make a stand every like train feature. I would set down 5 times and kill a coyote on every stand.
No kidding.
Yep.
And is it because like you're in one valley and the next coyote isn't hearing you?
I think it's a mixture of like they have these imaginary lines that aren't imaginary to them. It's just like they don't cross it. You know, it's like a territory bound.
Like getting hung up, like a
Yeah.
turkey would get hung up in a way.
That sometimes you have to be in their bedroom to trigger that response.
Or they can tell you're getting closer and closer,
Yeah.
maybe.
You know, or maybe they were just moving through the area and they weren't there yet. But I've had a lot of coyotes that like they respond to vocals and they won't come in, and I'll move 100 yards. It'd be like move to the other side of the ridge or the other side of a creek and kill them within 2 minutes. You know, like they heard your whole sequence. They just didn't come into it.
Damn. That's awesome. We need to do that in your place, man.
Yeah, it makes me scratch my head because you sit down a lot of times, you don't call anything in. You're like, well, I've called this 160. Now I need to move on to the next. Makes you think like,
Dude, I'll tell
just
you.
move a little bit.
Right.
Kansas, my first Kansas trip. Like, you know, it's like a bunch of CRP, like one timber block. And like, there has to be coyote in this timber block, because where else would they be? We called that timber block from 3 different angles before we called a coyote out of it.
Really? And you know they're hearing you.
Yeah. You know, I'll call. If I know there has to be a coyote there, I'll just move closer and I'll call it again.
Just enough to get them like, all right.
Yeah. You know, especially like if I don't have another farm around the farm I'm hunting and I'm not doing anything except going home and going to work, might as well move closer and call it again.
Mm-hmm.
What's it going to hurt?
Yeah.
It's I've not knowing, that's what we've done when we've coyote hunted together. Call a piece. Oh, nothing in there.
Yep.
Or nothing that wants to come out. We'll go to the next one, which like
But I've got enough sits, like enough different farms. We just, there's not one here. We just move to the next farm.
yeah.
We're not hardcore. We're not going to sit there all day and do it. We do it for 2 or 3 hours, and then we're ready to sit down and have an old fashioned.
Right. Yeah. We're more looking forward to the old fashions and the chili.
No, I've got some spots where if a coyote doesn't come in 5 minutes, I'm like,
You're out.
there's not a coyote coming.
Yeah.
Right. It's fascinating.
What's the most you had come in? To like a pack of them, or
I think at night once I had like 7.
Holy cow.
In the daytime, I think 4 or 5.
7.
old Rip's looking his chaps.
It's like, damn, it's a lot of
It's a lot of
lot of boys.
Yeah, I got a buddy in Western Kentucky, Rodney, that decoys at night a lot. And he started running 2 dogs because he had so many like big groups come in. He was starting to get like worried about his dog.
Yeesh.
Really?
Yeah.
You ever think like, does ever running dogs for like mountain lions or anything ever interest you?
Oh yeah, man. Like I would love to see hounds bay up a cat on like a rock face overlooking the canyon. Like I don't even care if I kill the cat. I just want to be there to see it.
What's crazy when you start talking to them crazy like cat guys? It's like how many of their dogs they lose.
Oh yeah.
Because them dogs just get in there.
Well, did you see like I think it was like Wisconsin a couple years back, the bear hounds getting killed by the wolves?
No.
Dude, demolished like so many bear hounds. You can just like Google image that and like you just see like,
Don't they eat them down to the spine?
yeah.
pretty much?
I mean that's all Google image is just like these bear hounds just like ripped apart, like no meat left on 'em. Like interviewing dudes that are like I'm holding my hound by the collar and the wolf like took it out of my hand.
That's wild.
And you know those dudes out west have the same issue with wolves coming in on their hounds.
Yeah, in Wisconsin, they're protected.
I think there's a state out
Wolves
there
are?
somewhere that
Yeah.
they opened the season like a year or 2 ago, like a quota hunt. I'm a nighttime coyote hunter. It's like closed in the first night.
Oh, I bet.
I think that might be in Wisconsin, right?
It might be.
In like less than a day.
Yeah.
Like
I know
quota.
they're protected up there. Well, they might have had that, but I just talked to what's his name from Big Time about it this weekend.
Holy moly.
It'd just be hard to like lose that many hounds. I'm not knocking them by any means because like those dogs live to do that. And
It would be
they're
tough.
genetics, but like if I lost Rip, I would just be like distraught.
This is that video that guy shoots that cat. The podcast that launched this morning, man. The guy and our buddy Andrew shot that. Woke up, shot a lion at his feet.
Ugh.
It was in Colorado, like outside of Estes Park or something like that, which is not like.
That was just a stroke of luck that he had his sidearm on him and was able to even get it out that fast.
Oh, I think that's probably the worst thing to get attacked by as a cat.
Ugh.
Like you normally don't know it's there till it's on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. Like black bear or cat, one neither. But if you, but you know what I mean. Like a cat just is way. Look at that thing.
No, but I feel like I'd pick a grizzly over a black bear. Because I think studies show that like most black bears attack to like actually eat you.
They'll kill you and eat you. Yeah. That's what I've been told too. But
Man, look how they got him backed up on that cliff.
But wouldn't it be awesome to have like a really good DSLR and kind of get down on your knees and just like
get some photos of it and stuff. Dude, I'll tell you this. Not me. I'm out.
I had a buddy that had a pack of red bones. They were local red bones. They called them Cedar Creek red bones back in the day. And he moved to Utah, and he'd run that same dog on raccoons here, and then take them out and run them on mountain lions there and tree 20 or 30 cats in a season, and then take them out west and take them to California and go bear hunt with the same red bones.
yeah,
Really?
a good
Tree
hound's a good
everything.
hound.
Yep.
Look at this guy. This is that one where that guy's like mountain lion stalks elk hunter in Idaho, saved by Glock 27.
By warning shots. I don't think that was a warning. I think
I've got a Glock 27.
You ever try to shoot a Glock at 20 yards? You can't hit the fucking shit.
I don't think I'd take my 27 as like my backup piece.
I have a 10 millimeter, and Chaboy ain't hitting nothing. With
Well, the
that thing,
27
dude.
has like what, a 3-inch barrel?
Yeah.
Like, I'm
it's
a
the
decent,
short one. The 26
Yeah.
and 27. It's the 40 and 45, and that.
Yeah, 27's 40.
Yeah, that dude ain't hitting that fucking cedar in the background. with that
I'm a decent shot with my Glock, but I wouldn't take the 27 for that.
I guarantee you he wasn't trying to miss him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's trying to.
No.
It's a warning shot. I didn't want to do the paperwork. Yeah, Chaboy is trying to kill that motherfucker. Chaboy Outdoors. This is
Oh,
this cat gets this dude's dog, and he goes to hit the cat with a hatchet and actually hits his own dog.
oh no.
First of all, have better coordination. No, I think he does get the cat, but his dog took one for the team. Man, it's a wild place.
Oh,
Right there.
Some dude just shouldn't have a hatchet, right? Like some just let your dog get eaten.
Well, like, why don't you have a gun?
Yeah, you know that dude's in.
That cat's not letting go though.
Get in there like a man and grab that fucking thing, dude. Your dog's getting his fucking head chewed off.
What's he got his other hand up to
Yeah, there's Theo Vaughn. Okay, our mount.
And then Theo Vaughn shows up in a purple tuxedo.
I literally have mountain lion dogs type in on YouTube, and
The guy's everywhere.
goddamn.
Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn's haircut's kind of like a mountain lion, so there's that. No, man, what's that? Did you see that?
Let's watch it.
Let's get into this.
Oh, that's Kurt.
Kirk Price. People call me Kirk
He
a
does
lot.
that. He's from like West Virginia. He, bear hunts with his hounds, and he'll go out west and lion hunt with them.
Scary, dude. I don't have a dog, but I do love dogs, and I feel like I'd be bummed if my dog got killed by a lion or something.
Yeah, man, it's so cool to watch them do what they love, but it doesn't make it better when they get hurt.
Right. I feel like your dog kind of like the way you've explained it, kind of ducks and rolls with his little nips and bites that he gets here and there.
Yeah,
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
yeah. He baited up a coyote a couple weeks or so ago, and he just couldn't get to the neck without getting bit.
They're fast,
it was,
probably.
It was like backed up to like a briar patch, and like, he like pranced around, just couldn't do it, so he just baited it and waited for us. He knew what was gonna happen when I showed up.
Yeah, he's like, dude, you're so fucked. You don't even know.
Yeah,
it.
he's like, why get bit?
Yeah.
Which, like, some people are like, oh, your dog's got no grit. It's like, My dog's staying out of the vet, man. Like if he stays out of the vet, that means he can hunt tomorrow.
Right.
If I got to take him to get stitched up, he can't hunt.
Yeah.
And then we're not hunting.
Until he's healed
Hey,
up.
your dog knows how to save your boy some money.
You know, if we have some dogs to rotate in and out, like
Great dog.
that's
That,
fine.
that dog's
but,
a cheap ass, you know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
you know, I think the shagging him kind of like put enough self-preservation into him to where he doesn't just.
He's got to have a mix of intelligence and aggression. You're like, you know, you can be the best fighter on the planet, but like, I don't know if anybody follows fighting in here, but I might be the only dude who understands this reference. John Jones just came back and dominated heavyweight and won in like 2 minutes after like a 3-year hiatus. Then immediately after, Dylan Dennis, the biggest fighting troll on the internet, did some fake fight. Dylan Dennis is like 155 wet, and John Jones just won heavyweight in 2 minutes, and he just made this fake fight poster. It's like, first of all, Dylan Dennis, you die. Like,
You're not on that level.
like if he was a dog, dead by lion instantly. You know what I mean? So you gotta. There's a scale, right? Like
He ain't no rip. Is
you
he?
don't see Conor McGregor signing up for heavyweight to fight John Jones. Like Chaboy knows better. Like he gonna get hurt. But dude, where can people find you, man? Kind of social media, YouTube's plug everything.
Yeah, YouTube is Mangy Dog TV. I've got a Mangy Dog TV Facebook page. My Facebook page under my name. Instagram is my name, and TikTok is my name.
Joe Hartley,
Joey.
Hartley.
Yep.
You got merch for sale anywhere?
Yeah. Man, that's gonna be tough because I don't know the website.
Well, son of a bitch.
It's
Can we find the website?
yeah, I've posted on the old Facebook a time or two.
Facebooks.
Dude.
Jesus.
And your Facebook's Mangy Dog.
Yeah.
Look how young Jacob looks there.
It's like a baby.
Mangy Dog TV.
I'll pull her up in a second. I'm not the most intelligent person in the world.
Yeah, you're killing it, dude. Give yourself some credit, man. Where we at? Where can we find you here? Where are we finding the merch at? Where's people buying the merch? All right, we're going to help you get your merch thing a little better. Eric's your guy. Stores.inksoft.com. Is this it?
Yeah.
Stores.inksoft.com. Go to his Facebook page. You'll find it there. And you got shirts, hats, beanies, hoodies.
I like the hoodie.
Support your
I've got the
boys.
hoodie on.
Yeah, that hoodie's sick. Hanging coyote.
The back's the best. Go to the back.
Is it rip?
Oh, there's nothing on the back on this
Hey, well,
one.
you gotta let it load, man. I'm wearing it.
All right, hold on. I think
There's nothing on it.
I clicked on the wrong one.
That one.
Oh,
This guy.
Yeah. Look at that.
All right.
Cool.
Big fan. Killing it, dude. Hey, thanks for making the 7-hour drive to do the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope
thanks,
it
man.
benefits your YouTube and people check you out because we pretty much just gawked at all your videos
Yeah,
the
they
entire
should.
podcast.
I kind of feel like you made fun of my merch a little bit.
Me?
Yeah, that's how I'm taking it.
No, I think it's great. I love your merch. I just think we got to figure out your website
I
better.
say your merch is awesome.
The website is a little confusing.
Eric's your guy for the website.
Yeah, let me know. We need to work on
We
your
do all
website a
our
little
shipping
bit.
in house. Eric is your dude to give you some tips. That way you can just right there. Easy to go. That way, like mangydogtv.com.
You need to buy your domain name.
I might be able to remember that.
You can remember that.
Get a hold of me. I'll
Or
help you out.
joeyhartley.com.
I like it.
There. Get your Mangy Dog merch. There. Ship house. Signed.
Hey, we'll put it in the show description.
Ooh, rip. Paw print.
paw
Oh,
print
there you
signature?
go. Little bloody paw print.
Yeah, I'd be marketing that name for sure.
Hey, Rip needs
Yeah.
his own. Rip needs his own T-shirt.
Dude, you know the old
He's on that one, man. Like, what more do you want?
we're not attacking you, man, on your merch. We think it's great. No, it is awesome, man. I hope people get on there, support it. I can put a link to this in the episode link too, so people don't want to like search it. They can just go there, click on it, and hopefully
We're gonna put an order in
support the
after
brand. And
I'll put that as a fresh post on the Mangy Dog and my Facebook.
Cool.
Before you post this.
yeah, well, I mean, I'll let you know when this is going to go up and stuff. And then thanks for being a fellow Huntworth brother and supporting that brand as
Absolutely.
well.
Thanks for your service also.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're killing it all around, man. Anything you want to close out with or anything like that?
No, man. Unless you just want to get me in trouble with the coyote hunters and like ask me some random questions to like start fights.
I don't know the fights though. That's the only problem with me.
I don't know the fight questions.
What's a good one?
I couldn't even make up one. I don't know one.
Man, like you can talk about night hunting. You can talk about like calls, sounds.
This thermal's cheating.
Well, what's the most controversial thing in the coyote game?
Is thermal cheating? Man, no, it's not. 'Cause you still got to call them in unless. So like you do you, but if you're hunting by driving back roads, scanning out the window, that's not coyote hunting.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, that's any hunting.
That's window shopping.
Yeah.
But what's the most controversial thing in coyotes?
Man, I don't know, there's so many like little nitpicky battles I don't understand. Like you go on like some of these pages and like this dude's talking trash about that dude, and it's just like I don't even know why we're talking.
That's all
trash
a hunting,
right now.
dude. That's all a hunting.
I mean,
we
that's
see that.
deer hunting, coyote hunting, rabbit hunting. I mean, everything.
I think night season's
Yeah.
so hot right now because like Kentucky's pretty new to it, and they just extended the summertime night season.
Yeah, because ours isn't year round. It's only a certain time,
Yeah,
right?
which is cool. You know?
For what, coyote hunting?
It's
In
not,
Illinois?
yeah, it's not year round.
Oh, shit. Iowa's 365.
It is?
Yeah.
I don't know.
As far as I know, you can hunt coyotes any time of day, 365 in Illinois.
No, it's not
You
true.
can't. No, and maybe it's like during the gun seasons it's off.
It's not 365 unless they changed it. Let me look.
Iowa's 365 day or night.
Yeah, we just added like a
Yeah.
summertime to it, and I don't know, man. You know, good for people that like to night hunt.
You're mad about it, aren't you?
I'm
You
not
wanna say
mad.
some shit.
It doesn't matter. Like, if no one's hunting the farms I hunt, it's not gonna matter.
There you go.
You know, like
So coyote, Illinois is year round, 18th through the 20th of November.
Jamie says it's closed during shotgun season.
Jamie?
Right there, Kurt. Right. See, it says coyote right above you.
Yeah, but there's 5 more rows of this. Hold on. The fucking gayest
Dude,
websites, dude.
Illinois' website is the worst that I
This
think
isn't
I've
even
ever been
Illinois'
on.
website, is it? Coyote.
Year-round closed 18th through the 20th of November, so during deer season. Yeah, so
I
it's
thought it was only
365.
3 months a year you could hunt at night, but apparently I'm wrong. You know what, dude? How about the state sites make your websites easier to find fucking information,
It's
huh?
hard.
but that would make it harder to write people tickets.
That's right, and that's fucked up.
You're wrong.
That get it together, states. There's certain states that make it easier. Illinois don't know it's fucking asshole from its elbow in general.
Dude,
so
if you want to get a turkey tag or look at like a turkey permit
Sheesh.
status in Illinois, you got to have a fucking doctorate degree to go through the
you
website.
damn near
and
gonna
figure it
hire
out.
Rolling Bones just to get you a goddamn turkey tag in
Yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah, I tried
ridiculous.
getting a tree tag. I got so lost to read a Pornhub.
See, that's,
Doug,
I don't know what happened.
that's
Tucker's
why I only daytime hunt coyotes because I don't have to read any regulations.
right? You know you're legal.
Like, I know I'm too dumb to understand all these complex season dates. So I'm just like, we're just coyote hunting daytime and call it a day.
Hey, turns out it's easier to just stay in the lines, man.
Yeah, Iowa's continuous open season, no restrictions, no limit.
Let it
Oh
eat.
damn.
I mean, I will say that
Bark.
you see a trend of a lot of these states that like have year-round night seasons. You start to lose guys day hunting. I do think that's sad. Like, if you want to night hunt, that's cool, but it's sad to see fewer and fewer people daytime hunt.
I'm telling you right now, like everyone I know that coyote hunts is nighttime.
Yeah, well, think about it like this. Like, imagine if everybody quit bow hunting because they just decided to wait until gun season opened up. You know?
Yeah,
It's the same
Like-
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
get it.
You can reach out and touch those deer with a rifle. It's easier in that sense. Like, nighttime, you're going to call in more coyotes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I get your point 100%. But I'm like that generic dude that's on the outside a little bit. I'm just like, man, I want to see coyote shot.
Yeah,
Kill
I just
'em
wanna hit the
all.
easy- I just want to hit the easy button.
We're all around this table just like kill them all, kill them any way you can.
I know, but we're trying to respect Joe. We're like, hey, we get it.
Yeah, I'm not against it by any means. I'm just saying, like,
I know, I
it's-
get the point you're trying to
I
make.
think daytime is really valuable, and I do think you will learn more to be a better coyote hunter if you can daytime hunt.
It 100% is the same conversation we have about crossbows
Yep.
and regular bows. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
man, it's you just do it.
Yeah, that's a pretty hot topic, man. Even I know that, and I don't really deer hunt. Like my son,
too hot.
He killed a deer with a crossbow. He was 9, and I saw it. Like this dude's 9 years old, just waxing a deer with a crossbow.
Yeah,
I'm like, he couldn't do that with compound.
Right, and that might be an unpopular opinion for some people, and that's what we've talked about. It's like, what it's spicy to get into. It's
I
like,
think the big
where's
issue
line?
is like the efficacy of shots taken because it's a crossbow.
Yep.
Yeah. Guys think that they can shoot 70 yards just because the manufacturer tells them that.
Yeah, but you're not thinking about like the arrow flight,
Right?
Or bolt flight and all
Well,
that.
to tidbit into some controversial information, Iowa is potentially trying to fuck your own state, but it's all like the Raven crossbow conspiracy. Mm-hmm. Do we know this? This is new on the. So we had a podcast going with an Iowa game warden, and that we recorded it before we knew this information. But there was like, what's Raven crossbow have $2,600 crossbows, but they've hired someone to advocate, or a couple people. I don't know the deets. It's a conspiracy. I don't know. I haven't checked my facts. Okay,
Let's hear it.
there's holes in my game. Dan Johnson from Nine Finger was telling me this. So they hired somebody to basically push for legislation to change crossbow seasons and all that, basically to push sales for Raven crossbows or crossbows in general in Iowa. You guys just gonna be another Illinois. I hate to break it to you, you guys are pretty salty for what we've been salty about all along. Sooner or later, people are just gonna forget about Iowa.
See, we still have a crossbow season that starts like a little bit later.
Yeah, dude, ours is the same
that's what
shit.
we need.
Unless you have like a doctor's note.
I'd still rather jump
See-
in the Mississippi than live in Illinois.
Dude, I'd rather get tapeworm through my dick hole than fucking live in Illinois. I mean, oh wait, I do live in Illinois.
Wait a minute.
Chaboy. But we used to have limited season like that too. But now I think, can't you just hunt crossbow October 1 like you can?
If it's bow season, it's crossbow season.
It's always
Is that how
crossbow
Iowa
season.
is?
in
I don't
Illinois.
even know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's just
Nah, dog.
man. That's
It's not?
I don't know.
Hey, I got it pulled up. I'll look.
Thanks, Doug.
Doug's like, nah, that
Riveting.
ain't it.
Just confidently.
It's confident. I don't know, man. We could get in those arguments, but it's I just don't feel like arguing.
No,
I wanted your argument because I'm not involved.
yeah, trying to get me in trouble.
Yeah, but we can always get you in trouble.
Yeah.
The next time you're around, we'll get you in some trouble. But I'll know a little bit more about getting you in trouble, so I'll be in it with you.
There's like all the petty stuff, but overall, it's just like daytime, nighttime, and like what equipment you use.
Yeah, it's not too much different than it's every hunting
every-
argument,
yep.
man. It's like turkey hunting. You're using this call or a decoy or a blind or not a blind, and you're using TSS and Dave Smith's and fucking. I don't think you can use. You can't use electronic calls in Illinois at all. I don't think for anything, but except for coyotes.
I think the big one now though that I did forget about is land, like people like stepping on people's toes.
for coyotes.
It's like it's like. So I've heard about some guys in some states like leasing coyote ground, like paying.
Oh, dude, I have never heard of that.
Dude,
Have you?
absolutely, man.
For real?
Yeah. And then like if like we're boys and like you hunt Smith's farm, I know you hunt Smith's farm. I'm going over knocking on Smith's door, asking if I can hunt Smith's farm. And it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
I had to watch like
it's like the girl code.
yeah, when I started hunting, like and getting
Bro
serious
code.
and picking up land, I would take anybody that wanted to hunt.
Yeah,
Like I love calling coyotes. I don't care if you're shooting it, as long as I'm calling the coyote, I'm happy. But then I had landowners call me. It's like, hey, that guy you brought over, he came over today and like asked if he can hunt. And like this dude was like 56 years old. I was like, homie, like
so it's like it'd be like a dude trying to hit on your girlfriend,
yeah,
breaking code.
except more intense.
So dudes are at least in fight more
Talking about
intense.
coyotes, here, man.
Coyotes.
Yeah, come on.
I'd rather he hit on my girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, if he does that, at least you're like, yeah, she's pretty.
Right.
Like
The
that's kind of a compliment,
The land
you know?
was pretty.
But I'm right here.
Yeah, it's wild that dudes are doing that. with
Dudes are
coyotes.
leasing ground for coyotes.
Yeah.
So what are they giving for a coyote?
I don't know. Like I don't think it's happening in Kentucky yet, but I know like the western states.
Oh, and it's not happening in Illinois. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not.
These
I
dudes
know
are doing it.
whitetail leases are extremely competitive here.
Bad.
Coyote hunting, not so much. I honestly I give guys multiple guys permission to hunt a lot of my farm.
Oh, they're so mad.
To
at
coyote
you.
hunt.
They're so mad at you.
Yeah, they probably are.
So Yeah,
They're so mad at you.
Whoops.
but yeah, I Western might be different. Like Kansas and Western, more Western stuff probably.
But I guarantee, like all that stuff, like comes over.
Damn.
Like I guess there's dudes leasing pig ground in Texas now. When 15 years ago, you could get paid to shoot pigs in Texas.
Right. Well, hunting, man, sadly, is becoming a rich man's sport.
Yeah, we're like our own worst enemy in so many
for sure.
ways.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's like I get that conversation, but what do we do? I'm not gonna not do what I do.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what? Fucking fight me over this. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, that's it. Like
I'm gonna say something controversial.
I'm waiting.
And I might regret it, and I'm probably wrong. But in the moment, since we're talking about it, if we're our own worst enemy,
good thing is you edit this, so like you can.
fuck that.
We don't really,
we can, but we don't.
Listen, we record this like it's live. I'll edit if you want me to edit something out of respect to you as a guest. But I don't know if I've really edited much of what I've said, if anything, ever. I don't think I have.
I don't think so.
So I'll say it. Adult onset hunters are to blame. You late blooming faggot. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Joking.
Whoa,
we got spicy really quick.
Whoa,
I'm not editing. That's for reaction. No, I just wonder if some of that is to blame. Because it's like, if you grow up in it and you're in it, it's more of a cultural thing. Like Meat Eater on Netflix, of course, is probably like, yes, it's good. We want more hunters. I'm obviously joking when I say those harsh things. It's to get a rise out of people. But if we really niche it down, yeah, we're maybe to blame because we're influencers. Yeah, it's just weird. What do you do? But I'm not gonna not do what I do.
No, but you do it the right way to where you're not telling people like go out and do this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, have we got more people into hunting than not? Probably. But do we tap into more? I don't know.
I think we probably do.
Well, look, like there's influencers that I think are trash for the industry.
For sure.
Right,
most are.
Like
Most
I want to give an example, but I can't because everybody's gonna know exactly who it is, and I hate calling people out.
Vaguely.
I'm just like this tiny little fish,
Most influencers are trash.
Let's
dude.
say this, man.
I'll say it. That's true, right?
If I'm hunting public, which like when I moved to Kentucky, all I had was public. Like I killed coyotes on public, and like this piece was like 150 acres.
Yeah.
Like I would go coyote hunt it, and there's dudes that rabbit hunted it, and I wanted to trap it, so I talked to them, and I was like, "Let me trap it this week, but I'll pull traps and you can run your dogs."
Yeah.
Like I worked with them because like it's public, it's not mine, it's not theirs.
It's ours.
It's everyone's.
If you're an influencer and you're trying to build hunting and bring people into it, and you make posts crying because you ran into someone on public land when you're out west, when you've got 30,000 acres, dude,
Right.
you're part of the problem. It's
Right.
called the public land game. And that is you deal with other people hunting the same stuff you hunt. If
Right.
you can't appreciate it and like it, don't hunt public.
That's a good point. I just did a podcast a few weeks ago with Eric Chesser from Hushin, and we kind of asked him about that. He's like, "No, dude, I don't worry about that because I'm on public ground.
You're gonna run into people.
If I run into somebody else, like I was like, I pretty much asked him like, if he puts on a spot, people are like, I'm gonna all go in there. He's like, well, yeah, I'm sure they're probably vague, but also it's like it's public. You gotta know that
anyone can go there.
if you die on the sword of I'm a public land guy and you're an influencer, I think this is the point you're probably getting at. I'm Mr. Public Land Buck Killer. Falling on that sword. Oh, got me. And then you're mad when you run into other dudes hunting your public land. It's like, yo, bitch, you told him to go there.
Right.
Yeah. You're advertising what you're doing on public land, but you get mad
Hey, you know
when
what?
someone does it on public land.
Boys hunting private land farms. Suck my ass. And I'll hunt deer there every year. Find your own fucking permission. You're going to get mad at me? Fuck you. You keep bitching over your 115s. Am I right, Austin? Bring it in.
Hey, I'm coming in.
Your boy's worked up. Fuck you, Doug. You're looking at me all wrong. You're going to get it too. I hit you with a high noon. And it's empty. So
No, you gotta kiss his ass.
yeah, kiss my ass, Doug.
Yeah, kiss his ass. Do it.
Looking at me all dumb with your mustache.
Don't call the mustache dumb.
Sorry, I respect it all. Hey, I'm sorry I said that. My bad.
I'll let it slide.
That thing's dumb.
Hey, Chip Boy just high fence game farmed you for the next show. What's up?
High fence gang. I'll die on that hill. I'll die on that sword.
Did you see the?
That
I did a post for Ask Us Anything road trip podcast. Did you? And I did our trailer.
Yeah.
Did you see the graphic? So it's a podcast that we have not recorded yet as the time of this recording, but we're doing a road trip to the Ohio show next
How
week.
savage are the questions?
Oh, they're pretty bad. But what I did is I made a graphic of our trailer and it's just me, Doug, and our buddy Lee going, and I put our faces on it. But on the back, I added a bunch of little treasures in it. It said, private land is cheating in the back corner. Just because no one has caught it, I don't think. I guess I haven't checked the comments.
I didn't see all the treasures in there. I have to look at it.
There's some aliens in it. There's Bigfoot. There's a giraffe. There's a buck. There's a bunch of stuff in it. But yeah, on the back, I put like a bumper sticker on the trailer that says private land is cheating. But yeah, Chiboy, I say things to get a rise out of people, like obviously, because it does, but I think most people find it funny like I do. But also, it's like, yeah, the influencer game is like we can be our own worst enemy.
For sure.
But I will say, dude, like we had Brandon Berquist on, the game warden. I made a joke about like he was like getting people into hunting, and I made a joke, and you guys all left me treading in fucking black waters. I was like, yeah, but like I'll take my friend hunting once, but fuck them, dude. I ain't fucking holding their hand. They're adults.
We've got enough people.
And I was like, we got enough hunters out there. We don't need any more. And nobody gave me nothing.
Because we're like,
I'm out here just treading, and there's great whites swimming around me, dude.
Where it's in the boat hanging.
I can hear the meat eater crew just nipping at my feet, and I'm like,
you got Kip chasing you.
I got
Or Rip.
Rip. I'm like, oh no, I made a bad
Anyone
joke.
help me.
I'm like, we don't need any more hunters. We got enough. I'm out there, and you guys
We're
are
all
just
just
like I'm not getting drinking beer.
Sorry, Carl, I was taking a drink when you said that.
We like turn away from it.
Yeah, but honestly,
We're not with him.
it's a joke, man. I say shit to get a rise out of people, and it's better I do it than don't do it, because that's why that's why you tune into this damn show, and you know it, Doug. They don't turn in to hear your mustache bristle across the top of the mic. Or maybe they do. I don't know.
Maybe they do.
Maybe the ladies do.
Doubt it.
Yeah, probably not.
I said what I said. I don't regret it.
Oops.
Don't hit that oops button. I meant it. Maybe not the faggot part. That was a joke. I felt kind of bad about that. But
There, we oops you on
But
you.
also, if you're offended by that, then I meant it. Okay. So
digging deeper.
you already fell on the sword. You're like,
I like how you committed to it.
dude, you got
All in.
to, right?
Yeah,
I feel like you respect that.
I like it.
I do respect the whole time. You're just so honest, man.
I mean,
It's a quality
I
that
don't even know what I would lie about.
well, it's just like, you could have like made up some bullshit stats on the fly, but you just shot straight.
There's gonna be some dude in his basement like hitting Google up. Like, nuh-uh.
Yeah, that's not a lot of our listeners though. Most of our guys are welding or driving. They're working. They don't got time to fucking be dumb about stuff. I was gonna say something else.
I was waiting for something to come out. There's too many pauses in between working and welding, and
Your brain's just.
I was thinking, I was like, don't go there.
there's too many. There's too much pause in between. I'm like, okay, where's the next one?
That's offensive. Dumb is what I went with. I grew up saying gay my whole life, dude, and I don't mean anything by it.
Who didn't?
I watched South Park as a kid, So we all did, right? Yeah. How did a generation that grew up on South Park become so soft?
No idea.
It's a good question.
What happened?
Lack of a positive masculine male role model.
That honestly, that's what we should close on, because I think that's exactly what it is.
Need more Sam Elliott's in our life.
I don't even know who that is.
I'd probably just say dads.
You do.
More dads.
If you seen him, you would.
Sam Elliott is my
Sam
father.
Elliott, Roadhouse.
A big mustache.
Roadhouse.
Big mustache guy.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Already, I do know.
Yep.
Should we get the hell out of here, man? Thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Mangy
I
Dog
don't
TV.
really enjoy coming to Illinois.
Pet Rip.
No.
Pet Rip for
Not
me.
a fan of the gun laws at all.
Hey, neither are we.
You picked the worst state in the entire country to live in.
I was born here.
There aren't big deer. That's why we stay.
There's big deer in so many states with good gun laws.
Listen here. That's Chicago, Illinois. We're in Illinois.
We're just governed by that.
We're in the Republican part of Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying, all right? We're putting up the good fight as we can. Trying to bring
Kurt's treading again.
God damn it. Get all these gays
Trying to bring me down.
trying to bring me down. I'm over here trying to just live my life. All right, we got to get out of here before I fucking...
Before you really cancel it.
All right.
Pull the plug.
Thank you, man, for coming in.
Yep.
Appreciate you. This
Thanks,
made
man.
your podcast memorable. I promise it'll do well. Thanks, brother. All right, you know what to do. Don't do whatever I just did. Go shoot your bow. We love you. Peace.